If you guys would like to get yourself some official Simpzy merchandise, check out my Spreadshirt link in the description below for t-shirts, hoodies, mugs and cups. If you do make a purchase, send me a photo on Twitter and I will retweet it. But regardless, let's get stuck into the video. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of my first Mortal Empires campaign on the channel for Total War Warhammer 2. We're going to be playing as Tyrion of the High Elves. So guys, I want to make a deal with you. If this video can hit 500 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video instantly. If not, you just have to wait a little bit longer for that next upload. So Mortal Empires has officially been released. The free DLC, which combines the Warhammer 1 map with the Warhammer 2. And we're going to be playing as Tyrion of the High Elves. The main objective for this campaign is to stamp High Elven authority across the old world and the new. Now you can play as some of the old world factions like the Empire, Karl Franz. I was tempted to play as Lord Skrolk, but I kind of felt like he's sort of, I don't know, he's sort of in the bottom left of the map. Tyrion's nearly bang smack in the middle, so basically the objective for this series is to knock out our old enemies, the High Elves, while focusing on invading the old world. I want to really go after the Wood Elves, Orion here, and whatnot, and maybe even try and take Karl Franz, Altdorf, the capital itself. This will be a lot of fun, playing as Tyrion. I haven't played as the High Elves on the campaign. I didn't play with them on the Eye to the Vortex. The only Total War Warhammer 2 campaign I have played is as, what's his name? Krokgar of the Lizardmen, that's it. So these are some of the units that we can look forward to. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, overpowered units and sort of the best builds for the High Elves. I don't know what are sort of the best units. I do know Dragon Princes are quite good, and obviously they're dragons and artillery, but the High Elves have some of the best infantry in the game, and archers, of course. Obviously with the Lizardmen, like I was sort of down pat with that build. If you can get 4 or 5 maybe of these Bastillodons in, you're absolutely laughing. Maybe 2 or 3 Carnosaurs, and then the rest Temple Guard you find. These Bastillodons can really take down any beast, especially the most of the flying units. Regardless, let's get stuck into the Tyrion campaign.
Glory to you, Prince Tyrion, mightiest of the Aesir, gatekeeper of Ulthuan. The Druki threat is at your very door. Etain is occupied. You must purge this menace. You are not alone in your fight against the insidious Druki. Other Aesir houses inhabit Ulthuan. They could be allies, or foes, if you will. Nagarond looms, sending constant threats against Ulthuan. Even now, they establish footholds within sacred lands. Others of your kind will surely fight back, but can they be trusted to succeed? The inner and outer kingdoms must unify, but beyond the shores of Ulthuan, where should the mighty elves go? The question is put to you, Tyrion.
Okay then guys, let's get stuck right into it. We'll go through our objectives and my main objectives for this campaign. Okay, cool. So let's try and get some buildings done quick, fast, underway. Let's move Tyrion into the capital, and let's get 2 units of spearmen and 1 unit of archers. So let's have a quick talk about Mortal Empires. So this free DLC is actually out now, available. If you have Warhammer 2, you can download and play it. So I'm just going to quickly zoom out here. So basically what it does, it combines the old world and the new world. Now it has shrunk it quite a little bit down in the south, but we've still got the sort of circle here with the vortexes, and then we've got the old world. I'm not entirely sure on sort of the shape and dimensions. It kind of looks like the old world is relatively the same. Mostly sort of Lustrian stuff has been shrunken down, but I'd love to do more sort of factions on this Mortal Empires campaign. So let me know in the comment section down below what campaigns you would like me to do in the future. I really would have liked to play a Skrolk, but like I said, I kind of feel like he's sort of too isolated down here. With the Bretonnians and the High Elves, you kind of bang smack in the middle. You can expand any way where you want. So my main objective for this series is obviously to basically, like I said, stamp High Elven authority over the lands. Once we sort of consolidate a bit here and we have a spare full stack, I'm instantly going to be sending an army over to the Old World to probably take out the Wood Elves. I think that's probably our best bet. Maybe getting a landing pad against one of the Bretonnian kingdoms. I want to be actually actively fighting in the Old World while trying to obviously get rid of our old enemies, the Dark Elves in the sort of northwest region, while sort of trying to get the circle, this Circle Island as well. I can't remember what the fucking name of it's called. Anyway, yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Potentially, we could be fighting the Empire. Let me know if you'd like me to expand and attack there. We could go after some of the vampire counts, maybe the Greenskins. Maybe we can disembark a little bit further down. Bretonnia, I really want to be fighting and be a part of the action in the Old World. That's what I really, really want to focus on for this campaign, because I feel like if I focus too much, like, obviously we want to get rid of the Dark Elves, because that's our old enemy. I want to try and take our region here, but I probably don't really particularly want to focus on Lustria. I feel like fighting the Lizardmen would be a bit boring. Settings, I've already done a Crockgar campaign. I've already sort of fought down there quite significantly. But regardless, enough jibber jabber. Let me know your feedback in the comments. Okay, so we've still got this Intrigue System, which I haven't used just yet. So basically, once we get, what is it called? Influence, right? So then we can make alliances and whatnot. Right, we haven't got any rights, which we can do. Technology-wise, we haven't unlocked any either. But this is my first time playing as the High Elves. I'm going in blind for them. I've only played as the Lizardmen, a full Lizardmen series, which I have finished, which you're most welcome to go and have a look. So I think what we're better off doing is trying to get trade and military access with as many of the Elven kingdoms that like me. Then we'll try and confederate, so it saves us fighting a lot of sort of episodes around the donut here, you know. I could go with some High Elf puns, like the Lizardmen campaign. I went with Lizardmen puns, which were just hilarious, if I do say so myself. We were going with, I think our capital was Eddie Lizard. We also had Queen Elizabeth, Justin Timbersnake, Jurassic Parks, where it really worked out well, that. Jabba's Palace. Oh, we had a lot of fun with that campaign, so maybe we can have a similar one here. Okay, so why do these Dark Elves not too... Don't mind me. That's what I'm wondering about. Anyway, the quick negotiation there is going to give us a nice bit of money. Okay, so these are the short campaign objectives for the High Elves, and this is what I love about this campaign, is that we don't have to focus on the Vortex whatsoever. She's safe, she's there doing her own Vortexy thing. We don't even have to focus on it. This is what Total War's about, building empires, going out and expanding, because I don't know, I'm going to be honest guys, I feel like after you play your first Warhammer 2, the Eye of the Vortex campaign, it kind of kills... Like, you can't really replay the campaign, because there's I'm not going to spoil it whatsoever, because I quite like the story. I loved playing the story. I was looking so forward to the next the cutscenes, even though the campaign is a little bit anticlimactic towards the end. I kind of feel like you can play... it's hard to say this without spoilers. I feel like there's not much replayability with the Eye of the Vortex campaign once you play through it once. But this Mortal Empires has the potential to be so much more, which I really can't wait to get stuck into. Also, if you've purchased the Blood and the Gore DLC for the previous Warhammer 1, you don't have to pay for it again. It crosses over as well, which I quite liked. So, control all provinces of Ulthuan. These are the provinces here, okay? Maybe this island is called Ulthuan. Yeah, maybe that's it. Right, so we need to destroy Nagaroth and the Cult of Pleasure. That is Malekith and Marathi. We need to control 8 settlements from the list. Okay, either by ownership or military allies. Huh. So, we've actually got Altdorf here, Castle Dragonhof. We have the Oak of Ages. So a couple, pretty much like the top half, are in the Old World, which is absolutely fantastic. So you basically, to hit this short objective, you can go anywhere we want. I think I'm going to go with a short campaign, because a long campaign will be a little bit long, if I do say so myself. Anyway, let's head back to Ulthuan. And yeah, let's end the first turn and see what sort of happens. So basically, what I really want to focus for this campaign is expanding into the old world. I'm kind of talking like a bit of a dark elf. We're going to be stamping our high elf authority across the realm. We're going to be obviously trying to take the entirety of Ulthuan and trying to finish off the dark elves. I don't particularly want to focus on the lizardmen, but yeah, let me know in the comments who you would like me to fight in the old world. Empire, dwarves, greenskins, vampire counts, let me know in the comments. Okay, so we've got this army slowly but surely coming along. Let's get 2 more lots of archers and maybe another lot of spearmen. There's probably no harm in actually getting another army. Nah, not just yet. Not just yet until we've got a full stack here and we're ready to go. I'm going to keep my... So what does this do? He's a noble, so he replenishes troops and increases trade by 20%. Yeah, it's not worth us having that 8% there, you know. We're better off just keeping him here to get the 20% trade. Okay guys, welcome back. I've just consolidated my forces. I waited a couple of turns to nearly have a full stack because we're going to start hitting some of these dark elf factions. It's turn 5, skipped a little bit ahead, nothing happened. Basically just sitting and recruiting. So we're currently at war with the Cult of Excess, and I can't even pronounce half of them. But anyway, we're at war with a couple of people. Nothing really else has happened. We've got a full stack here now with Tyrion, son of Tywin. We're about to find out if some of these high elves really do shit gold. Now, I believe there's no... Yes, there doesn't seem to be a wall in there. So it looks like this is going to be a land battle. Okay, I just want to scout the terrain. Right, so we're coming up against 4 units of dread spears. We're coming up against 4 units of dark shards. Shards. Bleak swords, dread spears. Yeah, let me know in the comments some of the renaming schemes for these high elf stuff. I don't really know. What are some high elf puns, I guess? Lizardman puns are just so much better, you know. So, we've got a decent amount of archers. We have a very decent amount of spearmen, so we should be able to do alright. So, we've got, how many do we actually have? We have 8. 8 spearmen, and then we have 6 archers, including a chariot here, and some... cavalry. We do have, I think these guys are called someone of Hoeth, I think. I don't particularly want to be focusing too much on the high elves on Ulthuan. Maybe we should be fighting more ones when we actually invade Morathi and Malekith up in the north. Man, it's going to be different to sort of play for this. I haven't even played as sort of a human elf sort of faction. Like, I've only played as lizardmen. So this is a little bit weird, if I do say. Right, archers, let's form rank. We'll try and throw them there in the center, just in case we get sort of flanked a bit. We can peel these guys back and around. Okay, so we have my own chariot here. So this looks like a magic chariot. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have to zoom in and have a quick squiz. So we've got Tyrion here, the man, the myth, the legend. And then we've got our... White Lions of Trace, I guess. Trace. Or is it just Chase? Regardless, let's go through and have a look at some of our men. I love the High Elves aesthetic. Look at this. Kind of look like cone heads, though. Maybe we should name that the settlement. Ooga. Right, so there's our front line here. We've got some High Elves hanging around in the vineyard. Those cheeky buggers. I bet you one of them was like snagged a grape. It is a vineyard. God, those... Look how good textured those fucking grapes are. Regardless, pushing down here. We've got some hanging around at an elven camp. And then we've got Tyrion here, like I said. He's keen and raring to go. Look at him. Fucking badass. Archers, make ready. Let's throw back these elven scourges. Right, so we're going to be playing as the Prince of Ulthuan. So these are just chariots on spears, so these aren't actually magic chariots. But these cavalry are going to be, cavalry and archers are going to be our bread and butter for the series. I can't wait until we start running down like greenskins and goblins and stuff a little bit later on. Okay, let's start the battle and see sort of how things are shaping up. So it looks like they're actually sailing out to charge against us, which is insane. Probably one of the first times I've fought against the High Elves as well. So they've got their crossbow men at the back. We've got our archers. Make ready. And here comes their elven commander. So my guys are already on fire at will. Archers, take aim. Loose. Look at them knocking their arrows as well. So the more we can whittle down, the better. Now, out of curiosity, is there any sort of abilities for my high elves to hold? Okay. So basically, guys, let's talk about the dark elves and Malekith. So essentially, Malekith is Darth Vader. I'm not even dying. Now, from what I can remember, he is actually constantly burning. And that is why one of the reasons that we are at war with the Dark Elves, because he believes that... Hang on, I need to swing around here. The current reign of princes are impure. So, to become the Prince of Ulthuan, you have to... Where are those reinforcements coming from, actually? They're not coming in. You have to walk through fire, basically. Like a good old Viking. You've seen those Taiwanese guys that walk on fire? It's ridiculous. Oh, here comes the blood and gore as well. So basically, to become a Prince of Ulthuan, you have to walk through fire. Now, when it was his turn to do it, he wasn't worthy. He caught on fire and was put in this Darth Vader looking suit. From then on, the Princes of Ulthuan decided to use wards to go through the Phoenix Flame, I believe that's what it's called. Right, let's flank around here. Let's send in my cavalry. So, basically the princes ever since, maybe even Tyrion, yeah, is believed to be unworthy in the eyes of Malekith. Also, there's this sort of weird incestuous relationship going on with Marathi and her son. Now, if you guys have watched my Crusader Kings 2 series, incest equals wincest, if you know what I'm saying. Right, so we're carving up these dark elves like carving a cake. We've got archers raining fire and death upon the centre, and we have my own cavalry mopping up their dark shards. Let's send Tyrion in for the best. But basically sit back, relax, let my archers do most of the heavy lifting. Magnificent is the word that comes to mind. Anyway, we've got these dark elves on the back foot. How are we going casualty wise? I don't want to be getting stuck into combat too much. With these I want to sort of be in and out. In and out and get paid. Okay, get my archers to focus on their general here now. We'll try and reduce him down as possible. Oh god, here we go. A little bit of friendly fire. No! A brave high elf having a crack. Well, we'll know. A few stood against so many. In front of Tyrion the Tyrant. Right. Get my archers to halt. I sent Tyrion up. I botched a 300 quote there. Right. Now, I was just curious to see if Tyrion had any spells. Now, unlike his brother Teclis, he's sort of not the dorky of the two. Tyrion and Teclis are brothers, of course. He's currently on sort of southwest in the island, doing his magical stuff. He's sort of like the nerdy brother wizard. Quite powerful. Very, very cool to play as. Just a fucking nerd, you know? Fucking nerds, you know? Right, where were we? So these dark elves keep on coming back, which is not what I'm liking. I want to try and run down these guys as quickly as possible. I never actually saw those two-handed axemen. Oh, look at them. They're keen and raring to go. Push up and help my friend. It's just their general. That's really what's keeping him in here. We're trying to get Teclis in. Oh, maybe reinforcements have trickled in. No. We've even got some of our own craven warriors fleeing. Come on, guys. Push up. We need to try and take these guys out as best we can. Just move up. Yeah, fucking hell. We're pushing up high ground here and we're not getting for it. Come up and help. Right, let's try and finish off you. Where the hell is Tyrion? There. Oh, he's actually in hand-to-hand combat with their general. Come on, Tyrion. Finish him. There we go. Victory. They're broke. So now with cavalry, we can actually try and run down these guys and get some chevrons. Unlike in my Lizardman campaign, where I'm fighting Skaven predominantly, they have that... not really bullshit, but they have that sort of flee trait. Oh, there's a train going past my house. I profusely apologise. Hopefully he's not too loud. No, he's quite considerate. It's actually quite late in Australia at the moment. I think I'm recording this at 3 o'clock in the morning. Perfect. So that's why I'm nice and chipper and not talking nonsense, because I'm a little bit tired. Okay, where were we? Right, pushing down here, because I think Mortal Empire's got released 12 o'clock. Midnight. I didn't get early access, unfortunately. I didn't get early access for Warhammer 2, which sucks, but hey, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. That's sort of how these things work out. I got Warhammer early access for Warhammer 1 and got all the DLC as well, which is thankful enough. Like, I got all that stuff for free. That's like over a couple $100 worth of games and stuff just for free from the Creative Assembly. Like, it's a privilege to get that sort of stuff, and you can't get it all the time. Hey, you win some, you lose some, you don't get some, you do. That's just sort of how it is. Anyway, let's continue against the Dark Elves and push on, but I'm still thoroughly enjoying the campaign. Let's continue. Come on, push up. Alright. Let's, I'm trying to think, should we try and kill him off? He's stuck in there. Doesn't seem to be working. Pull out of there. Get all my archers to hit him. That might get him. Killing an enemy lord surely should boost up the chevrons for a couple of you blokes. Nah, let's end it on that then. Decisive victory. As I say, in the game we deployed 1,759, lost 246. The first army 841, second 660. Who did most of the work in the heavy lifting? Oh wow, one arch unit did 112, 94 with the axemen. Spearmen did okay. Archers, yeah, we really just need to focus on them. The cavalry did quite well as well with the chariots. The Cult of Excess. Alright. I kind of like these cool, funky, dark elf names for their clans. Clan Excess, Clan Pleasures. Right, so we've got a couple of options here. We can occupy, loot and occupy, sack and raise. I'm going to occupy because it is a part of my territory. And now we've taken the tower, which is excellent stuff. Okay, so what else can we fix up here? We can't build anything. Elven Craftsman. Probably going to break that down. Excuse me, even though it gives us trinkets, I'm probably going to go for maybe a growth style building. So then I can increase the size of my capital. Lotharen. Okay, I think it's time to finish off the last of the Cult of Excess. Currently turn 7. Let's get Tyrion to push out and start hitting these other blokes. Now, we have had some diplomacy changes. I've actually made defensive alliances with Calador in the west here and Illyrion up in the north. I want to try and confederate with these blokes as quickly as possible, because then we don't have to conquer all this land. We can confederate up and then hopefully combine our strengths to push against the Dark Elves and more so importantly into the Old World. Speaking of the Old World, I've made the decision to move out my agent to just sort of scout out the territory here, because I can't remember like what settlements are actually over here that are ripe for the taking. I'm pretty sure it's just Bretonnian kingdoms, but we sort of need a bit of eyes and ears to know where we're going, you know. And also, I got this wrong. Increased tradable resources produced in the local province by 20%. I just thought, oh wow, 20% trade increase, sign me up, you know. Okay, so in Eastalia, Bilbao, not Bilbao, but what is it called? Bilbali? I don't know. We'll call it Bilbao after the Spanish, alright? Okay, let's move up here and finish off some Dark Elves. 19 units. We probably can get another army here as well. A clear-cut order resolve, if I do say so myself. Let's occupy. Occupado. And we've taken 2 settlements so far, so we've managed to get a nice little bit of money. We've also got some influence points to spend. Right, Tyrion's gone up in stats. What can we go with? We've already gone through campaign range, so he actually has a special horse. I kind of feel like he should have a dragon. You know, all the other awesome factions have dragons, dinosaur mounts, stegodons, and Tyrion just has a horse. To be fair, it's probably really good, but it kind of just is a little bit, underwhelming. Right, let's go with some Swordmaster stuff here. He actually has a port. We can upgrade our homestead. I've got a couple of these homesteads going just to boost the growth in our kingdom. I don't particularly want to spend 1,000 to get more of it, especially in here. So I just want to try and get that growth rate up as quickly as possible. Oh, Tyrion actually has another skill point. My bad. What can we go with here? +2 tradable resource. No. Probably go with melee defense, or maybe even attack, because we really throw him into other lords, don't we? Okay, it's time to recruit a second army now. Now, interestingly, for the High Elves, recruitment depends upon influence. Now, we've got a couple of guys that we can get here without using any influence, but if you spend 60, you can get some really decent bonuses for your generals, and then obviously it's tiered down to sort of the shitter ones. But we're going to have to go with probably one of these lords who aren't so good. Maybe until we get some more influence, we probably can get a better one. So we've got a princess here that does minus range 20 and missile damage. This guy gets a -5 defense. Upkeep is probably really bad. So what we'll do, I think we'll go with this prince here. We'll let him have the squishy trait. -5 melee defense. As long as we don't sort of chuck him into the fight, you know. Hopefully it's not -5 for all my units. So we've got a couple guys we can get here. So we can get some Reaver archers. We also can get some decent lot of cavalry. So let's start off. Let's get some Sea Guard. Let's get 2 lots of archers. We haven't got enough. And then we'll get a decent army with cavalry. Both heavily armored melee and archers. And I'm probably gonna send that army quick fast over to the old world, so potentially this settlement here could be ripe for the taking. However, I don't know, there could be a full stack of Skaven there, you never know. Actually, I do know, is there Skaven? I can't see if there's actually Skaven corruption. There's a way to do it though. Where is... No, there's somewhere you can... This is it here, yes, Skaven corruption. Low, high. Yeah, so it's kind of a bit of a trick here. We can actually see where Skaven corruption is on the map. So there's Skaven corruption down here. It's very hard to see. You can also see Skaven corruption there. So it doesn't look like there's actually Skaven there, which is really good for us. Anyway, I've actually encountered 2 new factions. I found the Broken Nose and Carcassonne. So it looks like this is going to be Carcassonne occupied territory, which is interesting. So we actually can negotiate with the Bretonnians. Whether or not we go to war with them, we'll just have to see. So let's go through the Bretonnian kingdoms. Yeah, so they actually occupy this huge chunk here. They actually own that. They don't own up here in the Wood Elves, so maybe I'm going to need to try and get some sort of military access, or maybe I need to take this point here as a bit of a staging ground. Let's negotiate with the Bretonnians and probably get trade rights. Yeah, non-aggression and trade. Excellent. So now we can actually see all of here. Broken Nose, I don't think they want to negotiate with me. We'll have a quick look though. No, they're really not interested. Right, regardless, we can actually see. So this is Castle Carcassonne here. Then we've got the Wood Elves. You want to try and go after them. Let the High Elves rule the Woodland Realm, if you shall, if we will. So maybe that's going to be our objective. That's not too much of a sail over and across. So maybe we should go after that. So I was just curious to see sort of our landing pad, you know. Okay, I probably don't need you to explore any further. I think I really know what's sort of going on. So we've got the Wood Elves up here, we've got further Bretonnian kingdoms, and then we've got the Empire in the past there. So probably going headstrong after this settlement here. I don't know where Tobaro is, but anyway, we'll head you back here. Okay, but it looks like one of my enemies has actually moved up an army here. 14 units of High Elves, we've got 19. We should be able to deal with him if anything comes awry, and we've got this second stack coming along. Let's probably push out and take the shrine here, and then we get the full territory. So let's quickly push out. We're not at war with them. No, we're not. We'll quickly finish off the... There we go. The Cult of Excess. Let's occupy as well. We have a spare building slot here. We'll quickly just chuck on Homestead. I'm going to remove them all eventually, but I really want to get that growth up for all my settlements, because then we can spend it on actually building up my settlements, which will give us better quality buildings in the end. Okay, let's try and force march out, which we can't, and we can't actually get that much movement points. We should be fine with this. They can't seem to hit any one of my territories before I intervene. Okay, we've got a commandment available. Oh yes, excellent. We'll deal with that stuff later off camera, I think. But regardless, guys, unfortunately, it's time to end the first episode of the High Elves campaign here. Taking 4 territories in quite quick succession. Let me know in the comment section down below what old world kingdoms you would like me to go after. Once we've got a full stack, we've got a second full stack, we'll head him straight over here and try and colonize. Obviously, I want to try and take the donut and finish off the Dark Elves going strong for my victory conditions. But yeah, let me know in the comments, let me know in the comments where you would like me to expand, and also army builds. What should I beeline for? Whether that be dragons, I don't know, maybe some of the hawk things, I don't know. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a dislike if you're more inclined to go that way. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me after this video. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days to get all the notifications for the channel. And join the notification squad. You have to obviously subscribe and click the bell. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe Total War Warhammer 2, maybe Total War, maybe just a strategy game, a CA game, I don't know, a Paradox game you haven't picked up just yet, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I highly recommend just going on G2A and just checking around at the prices, you know, just comparing it to other sites, because you can really pick up a bargain. Okay, Patreon Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Take care. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.